I recognize the fact that I'm supposed to, as a good American, just believe everything that everybody says regarding this unhinged person, but here's the latest. See if you're buying this one. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe there's just something wrong with me. Maybe I just have a hard time with trust. I mean, it's not like I've been lied to before, but anyway, Cybertruck bomber, I'm not going to mention his name, claims China, is stalking the U.S. with advanced drones launched from submarines in an unhinged suicide note of some note. The prior Special Forces, Green Beret, an active Army Ranger, as you know, himself in the seconds before this, quote, IED admixture of fireworks and propane, this munitions weapons expert took this car, rented this Tesla in front of this guy who has always been pro-America, never indicated anything whatsoever about his political predilections otherwise. Anyway, he did this or detonated this, and the blast killed apparently one person and injured a half a dozen more when it went off outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Now, investigators are sifting through the debris and probing and trying to determine if this bombing was connected somehow to the terrorist attack in New Orleans, or if it was motivated by other issues and the like. Now, according to Barney Fife and Kirkpatrick, he was a lone wolf, or maybe not, or maybe so, or who knows. And the nose stud lady, I don't even know if she knows where the hell she is. I call her the sad sack ASAC. So, according to this bomber claims that China is stalking the U.S. with advanced drones. Okay, this is good. But this I can't say the S word, but you know what I mean. Note, someone claiming to be this person sent. Let me see if I can get this straight. But the note, someone claiming to be him, I guess, sent to a retired U.S. Army intelligence officer, Sam Shoemate, shortly before the event, may indicate it was to get attention for his concerns. This is what we're learning right now. Quote, what we have been seeing with drones is the operational use of gravitic, I think it means gravitic or maybe anti-gravitic, propulsion systems powered aircraft by most recently China in the East Coast. But throughout history, the U.S., only we in China have this capacity. So they're making him out to be some UFO nut. They're talking about anti-gravitic types of movement and propulsion. That's not, which is what basically moves and propels UFOs, ideologically, theoretically. China, this is a further quote, China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. As of now, it is not just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they use the balloon for SIGINT, signals intelligence, and ISR, which are also part of the integrated comms system. There are dozens of those balloons in the air at any given time. The so what is because of the speed and stealth of these unmanned AC, aerial craft. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have unlimited payload capacity and can park it over, I guess, the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. USG needs to give the history of this, how we are employing it and weaponizing it, how China is employing them, and what the way forward is. China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. Huh? Okay, now, the argument is people who are crazy say crazy things, right? People who are crazy. Now, the other day I said the next thing we are going to see is drones. Drones are going to be the next thing, the next way that weapon systems are released to be either A, legitimate forms of action or activity that are directed towards us, or B, perhaps, maybe just a part of a false flag or some type of a diversion, or maybe something from some territorial enemy. Either way, they're making this more convoluted. Now, when you ask yourself, what is the purpose of this? I'm going to take a Tesla Cybertruck, detonate it with fireworks, and then send a letter to my friend to say I'm concerned about damage that can be caused by anti-gravitic craft. I guess what? Is this to show he's crazy? Is that it? Is this to have people say, oh, another nut, another nut? Is that it? None of this makes any sense. And how did this fellow dispatch himself prior to the detonation? And how did these personal paper effects survive conflagration? We've been through this with that certain event that happened 23 years ago. Are you seeing what's happening? Here's what I'm saying. I don't believe any of this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it doesn't make sense. Number two, I'm not saying it's our government necessarily putting this out. It could be other people as well. But if you want me to believe that this is actually what happened, that this is the reason for this, you've got the wrong guy. Now, if you like the way I think, if you appreciate the questions that I ask, I just ask one favor of you. Subscribe and comment as you see fit.